Like
So
reading the
earlier you
poems.
mentioned that
Yeah,
you went to three jails, right?
right. Mm-hmm.
So you were locked up for 5 years.
Yes.
How long were you in the first jail?
Around 3 months in the precinct. And then in the precinct, it's basically where, yun yung parang beginning. Kunyari, you get committed. That's when you become a real detainee, and then you stay in the precinct where the officers parang got you, and then they detain you there first. Tapos you can possibly still go home if you get approved with the preliminary investigation. Kasi normally, like before you go to the city jail, you try to have your case dismissed or like quashed or something like that. So, yun yung first level. Pero if hindi gumana yon and they find fault in you or whatever, you go to the city jail. And then when I was in the city jail, it was an old building. So 2 years later, I got moved to a more high-tech jail. Quote unquote, high-tech. Not really, but it's a
But it
better
was better.
facility.
It was really
Oh
better.
yeah, definitely way better. I mean, they had speakers, parang kuya talking dun
No.
sa whole building, telling you what to do, bakit ka nun dyan. They had flat screen TVs dun sa wall per cell. And it's a legit thing given by the government, FYI, not a privilege. They had like a fourth floor that was a recreation area wherein we could do Zumba, table tennis, like all these activities in order for us to become, better people.
Doon
So
mo
yeah, it was a
siguro
better
nakuha yung
place.
dance moves mo, no? Sa
Dude,
Zumba classes.
I started dancing. I'll be inside. I'm not kidding. I
Right.
really did a lot of
For sure.
Zumba. Kasi sabi ko one day, maybe I'm gonna dance. Like, someone's gonna pay me to dance. So, I need to learn. And I also did karaoke inside. Alam mo yon? Oh, true. I learned it all in jail.
So
This
this is
is
a good
true.
next topic.
I
What did you start? Like, how did you use your time in jail? Like you told me you read all the Harry Potter books when you were
Yeah.
inside, yeah? Were
Mhm.
you like an avid reader before that? Is reading something you started doing inside?
Before that, I didn't have time to read. Siguro I've read 5 books lang. Pero inside kasi, there was nothing else to do. I don't want to be those type of people to just sit down and complain about the situation na bakit ganito yung food, bakit yung family nila hindi binibigay yung gusto nila or hindi nag-reply. Like, I wanted to be a very productive person. No matter where I am, parang I know we can grow. Like, I know we can root up and like, make flowers out of our situation. So, sabi ko, if I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna read all the books that's possible to read. So I had a lot of them brought in, like my friends, my family, nag-donate sila ng books. And I read more than 300 books, 400
Wow.
books. Yeah, a lot. Self-help, non-fiction, fiction. I did like mga like Harry Potter books, John Grisham books. I read a lot. Yun na lang. So many books. Paulo Coelho, mga ganon.
Did you like do any crafts inside? Because my research team said something about bread art.
Bread art. Wait, I did art. Wait. Wait, let me find. So yes, yeah, wait. I'll look for it. Just a minute.
So go ahead.
So yes, I did. I did beads na art here. Oh. Can you see it?
Oh, bead art, not bread art.
Yeah, beads na art. Like, okay, wait.
You made that inside?
Yeah, this was my last gift for myself. I made it kasi I became the leader of this. So I do wallets na like that. It's super cool. And someone was leading this one. It's for the welfare development, IWD. So that's how people earn. So someone
Inside.
taught me how to do the beads, yeah. And then, parang ang baduy. Honestly, sobrang baduy and old school ng designs. Parang Lola Bells talaga. As in, pag nakikita ko siya, sabi ko, guys, paano siya mabibenta? Napaka-baduy yung color combination mo. Okay, I'm telling you,
Napakabaduy.
sobrang ugh. So sabi ko, if we're gonna do something, gawin naman nating bongga para people outside will buy it. So that's what I did. I upped the game. I put whatever, color codes na I remember from the fashion world and then applied it. I started making bags, wallets, little cute cabinets, whatever. Even mga parol. And then we sold so much. The the detainees were earning 1,000 pesos per project or basta weekly, they were earning a lot na compared to before. Kasi before, parang they only get 10% of the project. For me, I wanted them to get a bigger share. Pero I sold more outside, so they get way, way more inside. So they were so happy when I became a leader of that. And people were just, busy, not doing stupid stuff. Kasi when you're just idle inside, talagang you're gonna wanna fight everyone. You're
Yeah.
gonna wanna make stupid relationships, fall in love, and then fight with everyone else. I wanted everyone busy inside jail. I didn't want people to just waste their lives away and be like, oh my gosh, I wasted a year of my life doing nothing.
Idle
So yeah, I
minds, the
mean,
devil's playground. Right?
exactly. Because you never know what you're gonna do if you got nothing to do, right?
Mm-mm. True.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do like a 180 on the conversation. So,
I
what was it like when you found out you were going home?
uh, I didn't really find out. You don't know kasi, Albs. Like you really don't know when that day's coming. I knew when I was gonna sit on the stand, but you don't know the results. Like there's so many people that have defended themselves well, pero biglang the verdict is not on your side. They get sentenced for life, you know. So I just prayed. I prayed a lot. And I focused on the fact na I've been preparing for this time. I worked out so much. I really worked out. Like, you know what you do? You're just working out, parang planning for, I don't know, a project that will come that you don't really know if it's coming, but you planned it in your head. I've read so much books because in my mind, I don't want my brain cells to wither. Like, I wanted to grow some more because I'm going to use it outside. So I've been planning my growth for the outside world. So yun lang. My mindset was, I'm going to bring this all out when the promulgation happens. And the promulgation happened June 14, 2021. And yun,
That
I
was
was
last
acquitted.
year.
Yeah, that was last year lang. I've only been out here 6 months. 2 months inside the
Sheesh.
house of Kuya.
Inside the house pa. That's
So 4 months
crazy.
lang ako, if you think about it. 4 months lang ako dito sa outside world.
Oh,
So yeah, it's been recent. When I found out that I was gonna be out, I couldn't sleep out. Like I was so happy. I danced all over the place. I was like screaming. The entire jail was like so happy for me. And they were shocked too because I made it a secret. You never tell
oh.
anyone you're gonna have a promulgation kasi they give you that face na parang, oh my
Celos.
God.
Baka
Yeah,
umuwi
could
na
be
to.
selos. Pwede, selos. Pwedeng like inggit or pwedeng, ay naku, matatamaan yan. Or yung parang negative lang. Madami kasi mga negative din na parang nakasmile sa'yo pero pag talikod, parang, naku, masisentence yun ng life sentence. Mga ganon, you just don't want any of the negativity or the
Energy,
negatron.
yeah.
So, yeah, so I just kept it to myself. Nobody knew. No, none of my friends knew. None of my kasama on the bed knew. So it was a secret up until the promulgation happened. It was a surprise for everyone. And when that happened, I got acquitted. Parang yung mga tao doon, alam mo yun, nagkaroon sila ng hope na sila din makakalaya. Because if I was able to go home, then they can too. Because mine seemed like a difficult case. So how about theirs? Diba? Especially at this time of the pandemic. In the pandemic, barely any hearings move. Nothing moves right now. Like the courts closed. People can't go to the court. It's difficult. Kaya the fact that I got to go home, people are like, if she can, then we can. So that made me happy. Mm-mm. Oh.
This is a question I can ask both about jail and Bahay ni Kuya, but what's the
I
first things you started to do when you got out?
Okay.
Like
When
from
I got
jail
out
first.
from jail, okay. When I got out, home, I went straight home. But then I vlogged. I vlogged it all, Albi.
Right
Like I
away?
had, yeah, like my the one na sumundo sa akin videoed me coming out of the jail. and then getting in the car, like the whole experience of driving towards home. Tapos may envelope dun sa van. And when I opened the envelope, it was a cell phone. My first cell phone after 5 years. And then it said there, take your first selfie. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna take my first selfie. I've never had a photo and for that long period of time. Walang photo talaga. Tapos pag uwi ko, I was like, oh my gosh, my house is so big pala. Like everything just looked so big. I opened all the cabinets. I looked at all the food. Like I was so excited. I looked at my room. I'm like, I have clothes. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Everything I didn't have inside, I finally have already. So I was basically running around the house and acting like it's my first time to see it. Parang nanalo ako sa lotto. Alam mo yun, you're just so damn happy. You missed everything.
Was there
Oh.
like a feeling that you got left back in time a little bit? Because 5 years is a long time to be kind of like away from the world. You know what I mean?
Alps, it's like not a long time. It felt like forever. Pero
Yeah.
alam mo yung parang you were frozen in time. And to me, I still look the same, but inside I looked old. I really looked stressed. I got super fat. I got a lot of white hair. And then my muscles started to not work. I mean, I was peeing without having to go to the CR. Parang everything's just not functioning. Naiihi ako kahit walang, alam mo yun? Kasi hindi ko na talaga ma-control yung muscles ko because I was degrading. Like everything was falling apart. So I had to work out. I had to start drinking lots of water. I had to take care of myself. And eventually, mga end of mga magjo-June na ganyan. Suddenly, I started to look good. I started to look younger again. And then when I got out, I looked like how I was when I stepped in. It's like, alam mo yun, I was back in
Uh,
time. Like 5 years never happened. That's what it looked like.
okay. Not gonna lie, I lost my train of thought. I had a